Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Nice to see you again through this meeting. Really, Franco, I am retired and I work on the University of Almaaqal, not in Basra University.
Excuse me, Badir.
You know, I am old man now. I am retired. Okay.
You're here. You're not retired. Please.
Okay. May we have a little bit different language because you speak always about the archaeology and something like this. And for me, always I speak about the geology and sedimentology. So always I consider that the tectonism, which is the main agent and the big influence on the area in the southern part of Iraq. Really, I insist on the tectonism in the area due to the collision of the Arabian and Eurasian plates, surely in the behavior of the rock salts on the bed. So always, all the ground surface, all the features on the surface, it is the reflectance of the underground or subsurface geology. So for that, always I ask a question, and you speak always about the ground surface. The question is it the ground surface is the same elevation as before 2 or 3 million thousand years? We don't know exactly due to this collision, and always we have an uplift on the area. Maybe you ask me how much this uplift, how many centimeters per year? Really, we haven't any measurements about the uplifting, but we know there is uplifting on the area. And water is considered as the life, is the source of the life. Wherever there is a water, there is a people, certainly there is a civilization. For that, when we follow the water channel in the southern part of Iraq, especially as example is the Euphrates River, changed the water courses or the channel courses of the Euphrates for many times in the southern part of Iraq. For that, you have many archaeological sites which follow this water courses. And you have some population here, some population here, some population here, etc. This is the problem which we have due to the river migration or the river channel migration with time, due to the tectonism, due to the uplift in the area, which caused by the rock salts and the uplifting of the rock salts, the bed in the bedrocks. So you have always this surface feature in the area. So the continuous change in the ancient population centers was observed through the effect in the area, especially the southern region. As I told you, the best example is the Euphrates River. So as I consider now the subsurface geology and the uplift in the area, we have very short seminar now concerning the Shatt al-Arab River. Just I want to show you the shifting and migration in the river channel due to the subsurface geology, which we found it by the geophysical survey in that area, in addition to the field evidences. In the Shatt al-Arab area, we have 24 islands along the Shatt al-Arab area, starting from the little bit north of Basra city to the mouth of the Shatt al-Arab. Some of them belongs to Iran, some of them belongs to Iraq. And we think always that maybe some islands formed due to the tectonic, some islands formed due to the sedimentological effect. Now, just we make a survey through these islands. This is the really preliminary study or results obtained from a PhD thesis. This is a part of results of PhD in the region. We use the geophysical investigations by using a strata box. So this is the map of the area. And you know, in the area, this is the area. And fortunately, we have many oil fields in the area, which is formed by the subsurface tectonism as Rumaila, Rumaila Shamali, Rumaila Janubi, Bazargan, West Kurna, etc. And you have here some legend to show you the syncline and anticline. We think that there is, and through the geophysical survey, we found it, surely. So, the first section, which we have just a little bit north of the Basra city, in that area. You see here the cross-section by the strata box. We think that there is some interruption here and here. This is through the cross-section, and this is through the longitudinal section by strata box. This is, we think that this is some fault in the area. This is near Muhammadiyya Island. Muhammadiyya Island somewhere here, just north Basra, north Garmat Ali. And the second one, so you have some change in the river courses in that area. We have another region just near Rasas Island. This is the Karun River. This is Rasas Island, and we have another section, cross-section through the strata box in that area. And you can see here some uplift, something like dome in the area. This is the scanning path to this direction. The second scanning in the same place to this way. The same, we found the same dome, really small dome in the area, which is the shift the channel and formed little bit the Rasas Island. For that, the Rasas Island becomes more longer. Another section we have in that area, a big migration, a big change in the Shatt al-Arab channel near Mino Island. This island belongs to Iran. And you have the change in the direction from the southwest to the little bit northwest. So we try to do a cross-section through the strata box, and we found that the big dome in the area. We think that this is the dome belongs to the rock salts in that area. So the dome, which led the river channel to change the direction from southwest to northeast in the area, and you find this is the changement in the river course. So This is the Mino Island here, just in the south of Basra city. And we have another things. I go back to the main map. So for us, for the geologists, when we see something like this, and then linear interrupt, here linear longitudinal section, and there is interrupt in that area and change the direction as a line, you see, then they become again in this area. So for us, we try and we say, maybe this is fault plane, maybe this is fault plane. Otherwise, we couldn't see the river course in that position. So we tried also to do a cross section, and we see some traces of fault in the area, and this fault in the area, this is the direction of the fault. We think that this is the direction of fault, little bit continues in that direction, little bit that direction. Before the opening of the Al-Zubair or Al-Zubair, we think that this is the Warba Island, Abu Bian Island, two island belongs to Kuwaiti. So this fault let the Warba to cut from this part and become an island, as you see this island. So this is the fault. As we know, all the literature said there is a fault, there is a fault, there is a fault. But by the geophysical survey, by this profile or cross-section of the strata box, really we found there is a fault in that area. So I could say all the changement in the river courses in the area in the southern part of Iraq, all the surface features in the area surely belongs to the subsurface geology. And we have to say, when we say transgression regression in the area, we should consider the ground surface at that moment. At what level the ground surface? Is it below or up the actual ground level? This is the short observations for the area, and I would like to say thank you for listening. Thank you.